If you are working a 9 to 5 job in 2025, well, you really need to watch this video because nowadays there are so many ways to make money online, which means that you don't actually need to work a 9 to 5 job. And before I continue with the video, let me just give you a quick background on myself. So my name is Alim and I used to work a 9 to 5 job back in the UK. And I've worked several jobs over my time. I used to work for Argos, I used to work for World Duty Free, I used to work for Sky. And literally after doing those jobs, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I want to quit my 9 to 5 job. I want to take the biggest risk of my life, move to the city of my dreams, which was Dubai. And that's literally what I did. So I quit my 9 to 5 job. I packed my bags and I moved to Dubai. And at the time, I literally had no savings. I just had a little bit of online income, which really and truly wasn't enough to survive on. But now, over 12 months later, I now own my own 6-figure coaching business here in Dubai. And that was only possible because I decided to take a risk and invest in myself. Now, a lot of you guys are scared to invest in yourself. I don't know what it is, right? We've kind of been programmed or brainwashed, whatever you want to call it, to not want to invest in ourselves. Sometimes we think, the best investments are property, or, the best investments are crypto, and all these other kind of things that you've been told. But the reality is the best investment is in yourself. And honestly, that is one of the biggest reasons why I'm able to do so well for myself now, because I decided to invest in myself, and investing in yourself will give you the best ROI. So if you are working a 9 to 5 job right now in 2025, and let's say you're looking to quit, or you're not happy in your job and you want to do something else, well, I'm going to explain in today's video how you can do that and what would be the best business model for you guys to do. So if you're working a 9 to 5 job right now, my best advice would be stick with it for the time being. Now, that's probably not the ideal advice you want to hear from me, but hear me out. I'm going to explain. What you want to do, right, is use your 9 to 5 to pay your bills, to survive on, and just have some steady income. And I want you guys to keep working your 9 to 5 until you can start making money on your online business. Now, this is where you have to start a side hustle alongside your main job. Now, I don't want to hear that you don't have time. I don't want to hear that you are tired. Look, I used to, when I was working my 9 to 5 job, I used to work on my online businesses on the side at the time. And there were a lot of sleepless nights. So literally I had zero time to sleep. In fact, I prioritized work and I prioritized my online business. And now when I look back, that's why I'm able to make so much money today. So yes, you do need to make sacrifices. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, it's going to be hard, but there are sacrifices that need to be made, because you guys have to understand one thing, right? If you don't want to work a 9 to 5 job, if you want to make a lot of money, it's not going to be easy. That's why a lot of people work a 9 to 5 job, right? Because it is, I guess you could say, the easy way. And the people that are doing business, well, business is hard. There's going to be a lot of stress. There's going to be a lot of issues that you need to deal with. There's going to be a lot of sleepless nights. But if you're willing to struggle, you will become successful. You're probably asking or thinking in your head, what business model should you guys do? Well, honestly, there are so many business models that you can do, right? There's drop shipping, there's affiliate marketing, there's YouTube content creation. There are so many different business models that you guys can do. Now, the best business model that anyone can do, in my opinion, is by starting a coaching program. Now, a lot of you guys are probably going to ask, what is a coaching program? How does it work? How can you make money off that? Well, in a nutshell, coaching program is teaching people a certain skill or knowledge. And the best part about a coaching program is not only are you helping people, but you're able to make a lot of money. Now, when you're setting up a coaching program, you're setting up a coaching program to sell to high ticket clients. Now, what is a high ticket client? Essentially, a high ticket client is a client that's paid you a lot of money for your program. So when I say high ticket, I'm talking $3, $4, $5, $6,000. Now, to a lot of you guys, that might sound absurd charging that much money, but trust me, you guys can make some serious money. And also, trust me, there are so many people willing to spend that kind of money. The reason you believe that people won't spend that money with yourself is because of limiting beliefs, which we've been kind of programmed through school and through our 9 to 5 job. Because to us, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 requires 40 hours a week of hard work. And I'm telling you guys, that's not the case. Why do you think there are so many multi-millionaires making so much money? Some of them are making like 100 grand a month. And a lot of you guys won't even make that in 3-4 years of working. So this is my point, right? Money is actually very easy to make. And you guys have to sort of change your mindset and understand that money is very easy to come by. So for example, let's say you charge $5,000, okay? Now, if you charge $5,000, that means you only need 2 clients a month to make 10K. And I'm pretty sure that's like 3 or 4 times most people's salary a month. And if you set up your deliverables right, you'd only spend 2 hours a week making 10K a month. Think how different your life would be if you only worked 2 hours a week and made 10K a month. It would completely transform a lot of people's lives. And that's what makes this business model amazing. That's what makes this business model so good. Because yes, you're making money, but not only that, you also get to help people. I'm going to show you guys briefly how you can set this up. Now, By the way, if you guys do need any help with this, setting up your own coaching program and scaling to 10K a month within 3 months, well, I do have my own program teaching you guys how to do the same. So if you do need any help, you can either DM me on Instagram, or ideally you can click the link in the description and book in a call with me. And what we'll do is we'll jump on a call and I can see how I can help you. So let me show you guys briefly how you can set one up, okay? So for number one, identify a niche or a skill that you're good at. Now, it doesn't need to be anything complicated. It doesn't even need to be anything popular. It just needs to be something you're good at, something that you can teach others, okay? Now, the reason I say it doesn't really need to be popular, because I'll give you an example. There's actually a woman teaching people how to knit here in Dubai, and she makes under 20 grand a month. So honestly, anything works. And if she can make 20 grand a month doing knitting, any niche works. And I've worked with people doing several different niches. I worked with someone teaching parents how to deal with special needs children. I've worked with people who do crypto investment, people doing strength training in the gym, mindset for entrepreneurs. So there's so many different avenues you can go through. So once you've identified the niche or skill, you then need to price it and talk about your deliverables. Now, the deliverables can be anything that makes sense to you. Now, you need to see how you can get them results in sort of a time frame, right? So for example, is it a 3-month program, a 4-month program, a 6-month program, or do you charge monthly? Whichever you go with, you need to make sure that you can deliver results. And when it comes to pricing, right now, there is a whole way you can actually do pricing. And this is something I actually help in depth in my program, deciding the price, because what happens is a lot of people undercharge. And not only that, a lot of people get the pricing wrong, because pricing is very important. If you price it correctly, you're able to give value to your clients. So charge anything high ticket, which is over $2,000, $3,000. Now, once you've got your pricing, the next thing you need to do is actually get your clients. So how can you get clients, right? A lot of people ask me, how do I actually get clients? Now, there are many, many ways, okay? There are outreach methods that you can use, which obviously I teach in my program. There's also ads that you can do, which I also teach in my program. But one of the best ways that you can actually get clients, which honestly is very, very simple to do, is just film YouTube videos. So just like I'm doing right now, I'm filming a YouTube video. I actually get clients through my YouTube videos. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is one of the reasons I make my videos, because I'm trying to grow my business and actually get clients for my business. So just like that, you guys can also make YouTube videos just like I'm making right now to actually get clients for your business. Again, if you do need any help with setting up one of these type of businesses, you can DM me on Instagram or click the link in the description and book in a call with me. So all you need to do, right, is create a landing page or like a Calendly page, right? You just need a booking page where you can send that traffic to. So once you've created that, just make YouTube videos like I'm doing right now. Make sure you have a call to action. Make sure you put your link in the description where they can actually book in a call with you. And what will happen is while you're making more and more videos, while you're growing your personal brand, you'll get more and more people booking in calls with you. And then what that means is that turns into a sales call. So what happens is you jump on these sales calls, right? You'll have your potential client in front of you. You just ask them questions. You find out why they want to join your program. You find out exactly what position they're in their life right now. Ask niche related questions. Basically what you're doing right now is qualifying the customer to make sure they fit your program and to make sure you can actually help them. Because yes, there will be people that you just can't help. And I've had that myself, right? I've actually had people that jump on a call with me who I've actually not been able to help, but at the end of the day, I've been able to give them some sort of advice. So they have left with, some sort of value. But yeah, there will be people that you can't help. And the people that you can't help, the best thing to do is be open and honest. If they've answered questions not to your liking, then you could just politely let them know that, look, sorry, this program isn't for you. And just let them know you appreciate their time and then send them on their way. Because at the end of the day, if you can't help them, there's no point having them on your program. Because what will happen is you won't be able to get them results. They won't be happy and they'll probably leave a negative review. So you only want to work with people that you can genuinely help. Now, let's say they do qualify after you ask the questions. Well, then the next step is to show them a presentation, talking about you, talking about your program, talking about how you can actually help them. You'll then get to the end. They'll probably ask you questions. They might even have some objections. You just need to be able to objection handle correctly, answer any questions. And if they're happy, they'll then say, yeah, they want to join your program. You then send them a payment link of, let's say, $5,000. They pay you and now they joined your program. And then over the next few weeks, you just help them and deliver the value. So as you can see, guys, it's a very, very, very simple business model, which can make you some serious money. Because as I said, right, if you charge $5,000 as an example, and let's say you get 10 clients in a month, that's 50 grand. Now tell me, guys, 50 grand in a month, wouldn't that be life-changing money? Wouldn't that change your life completely? Because I know a lot of people that aren't even making 50 grand a year. And to make 50 grand a month, to be honest, isn't really that difficult. 10 clients that pay you 5 grand will make you 50 grand. And you'd only be working about 10 hours a week. Just think about that for a second. You'd be working 10 hours a week, making 50 grand compared to you currently working 40 hours a week, making, let's say, 3 or 4 grand. You see the difference already? And this is why I say, right, money is very, very simple to make. And a lot of you guys just complicate it. You start thinking money is difficult, because the reason why you think money is difficult to make is because, one, you're working a 9-to-5 job. So you're in that 9-to-5 mentality. where you need to work 40 hours a week for 4 weeks to make, let's say, 3 grand. That's why a lot of you guys think it's hard to make money, because you think you need to put that much time into it. When in reality, you don't actually need to do that. You know, there's that whole saying, work smart, not hard. And that is very applicable in a lot of situations. I'm not one of those people that say, yeah, just work smart, not hard. I think you should do both. Why not work smart and work hard? Because you can make so much more money. As I said, right, a lot of people would make 10 grand in a month, get 2 clients, and charge 5 grand and be happy. And they would only work 2 hours a week and say, yeah, I'm happy, 10 grand a month. Whereas the person that will work smart and work hard will get 10 clients in a month and make 50 grand. So why not do that? Why not actually work smart and work hard? So look, guys, if you are working a 9 to 5 job in 2025, the reason for this video is to let you know that you don't need to be doing that. There are so many ways to make money online that you can actually easily get out of your job, right? And this is one of the things I actually help a lot of people do. So in my program, the whole reason I've set up my program, because I quit my 9 to 5 job, I realized how difficult it was. I didn't like working a 9 to 5 job. So I decided, you know what? Let me start a business where I can help others quit their 9 to 5 job as well. And that's why in my program, I scale you to 10K a month within 3 months of working with me. So again, if you do want help building this business, DM me on Instagram or book in a call with me directly. And yeah, we'll jump on a call and I can see exactly how I can help you. But again, guys, it's 2025. You really need to find other ways to make money online. The best thing that you guys really and truly need to do is take action today.